Do I have to have because I have my phone on? Because I don't know if I can I see the chat? I'm not.
Yeah, you can.
I can.
Here.
I'm not used to StreamYard, so.
I don't know if you can see the full chat when it. I mean, you should be able to see the chat when it comes up.
I'm guessing my phone has to be turned down, probably, right?
It's up to you.
Yeah, because.
All right, you're live. It says my phone has to be. Yeah. Yeah, I just turned it down.
All right, everybody. This is Alex with Swamp Rat Fishing. This is episode 2 of Brews and Bass podcast, where we talk about fishing and we talk to the folks that we all like their posts, we all love their videos, and now it's time to get to know them a little bit more. Before we start, I just want to give a plug out there for Hookset Hoodlums. Some of the best fishing gear in the game. These guys are all hammers, all sticks. It's amazing. If you guys head over to their website, hooksethoodlums.com, if you use discount code Swamp Rat Fishing, all one word, you can get yourself a discount. Today, before we start, we've got a Cape May Brewing Sea Chest New England IPA. So everybody strap in. It's cold frosty beverage, not UK.
My ginger ale.
There you go. He's got ginger ale. All right, tonight I've got my good buddy here, Mike, with M+K Outdoors. He's with his daughter Kaylee. These two are awesome people. It's a father-daughter combination that not only are they just sticks, they're just great anglers, but they're definitely doing the right thing when it comes to the family game. We've talked about it before, Mike, just kind of the fresh perspective that you guys give on social media is just amazing. So why don't you guys take it away and tell me about yourselves?
All right, I'm Mike. This is Kaylee. We are M+K Outdoors, and we started February, right, of 2020? February of 2020 on YouTube. And what started it was Kaylee and my wife got me a GoPro for Christmas in Christmas of 19. And me and Kaylee, we had talked about, filming our fishing trips and starting a channel. Kaylee was more up on it than me. And then I think we started February 1st of 2020 was our first video. And that was it. M+K Outdoors was born. We came up with the name. And a friend of mine at work came up with our first logo. And then that was it, man. The rest is pretty fun history, man. We're doing pretty good so far.
Absolutely. Your guys' channel has grown so much in that first year. It's been really awesome to watch.
I can't believe it, dude. I'm so shocked.
It's insane. It's so awesome. And again, I think it goes back to the content that you guys put out. It's really speaks to a lot of folks. There's a lot of no BS. It's you guys going out fishing. Neither of you two pretend to know everything. You guys are willing to learn. You guys are showing like that realism.
Yeah, that's one thing, man. We are what you see is what you get. There's, we just come on, we do our little 1 minute intro we do every time when we get right to fishing. And like you said, we're not definitely not gonna be a how-to, man, because I feel like I'm still learning, and people could learn from other people than me. It's just our fishing trips, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, we're not. There's a couple videos we put out, how to tie different, rigs and stuff like that. But as far as like a how-to or instructional, I've been fishing since I was a kid, but like the technical and all that, man, we go out and fish, and then we're just filming our time together, man. It's pretty cool.
No, but I think that's really awesome, because if you watch the videos from when you first started to like now, you can see that you're gaining more knowledge. You're getting more proficient. You're getting more technical with it. And it's really cool to actually like watch that progression all the way through.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I definitely, every once in a while I'll go back and watch those first couple of videos and we'll watch them together. I'm like, oh my God, well, you know what? I can't say we. Kaylee's been a natural from the first video. She's been a natural. Even now I'll come off, I'll watch some of us and I'm like, so stiff, man. But
you're like a robot.
like a robot. I am.
Well, one of them, when we went to Bass Pro Shop, you're standing there and you're really like a robot.
Oh, great.
I'm just saying.
Listen, man, she's definitely the star of the show. Your guys' last video, and if you guys haven't seen M+K Outdoors' last video, they go out to Raritan Bay and they just put a clinic on them. What was the name of the boat you went out on that one?
So that was an awesome trip, and that was our friend Danny Mazza, and he's got a fairly new charter business that he started last year, but it kind of didn't take off that much because of COVID. But it's Thin Blue Tide Charters. The charter business for Danny is kind of a side business. He's a law enforcement officer like myself. So hence the Thin Blue Tide. So we just kind of met one day through Instagram, actually, and he took Kaylee and I out, and we had an awesome trip. We went 13 for 14 on stripers, and Kaylee did great, reeled all her fish in all by herself. So I'm proud of her.
I mean, you guys killed it out there. And again, she's the star of the show. I know I texted you when I saw it. My favorite, Kaylee, is the part where your dad's got the pole and he's reeling in, and you lean over and you go, "Do you need any help? Do you need any help?"
Yeah, let me know when I want help. Yeah, she'll bust chops with the best of them, man.
Absolutely. So again, you bring. We've talked about a couple times something a little different by bringing your daughter into it. What made you kind of want to share that? Because I mean, most people, it's kind of just them. It's just a kind of one-on-one thing, and you guys are really unique in that it's both of you, especially with a young angler involved.
Well, like I said, when we had talked about it, Kaylee's been fishing since she could pretty much walk, since she's been like 3 years old.
Right.
My son Matthew, he's 19. He'll be 19 in May. Going to college. He fished with me a little bit when he was younger, but that tailed off.
Right.
But Kaylee always enjoyed it. Like she always loved going fishing with me. And really at the early age, even that first picture I put up on Instagram where she caught her first fish, I mean, she was 3 years old and she was casting that little button pole already at 3 years old. So she enjoyed it. She got really good at it. And then, we always talked about, we should start filming our trips somehow. And then, I've been watching YouTube forever, a lot of YouTube fishermen. And, we're like, let's just do it. And, I did have a little apprehension at first, being, Kaylee was 11 at the time. Yeah, because you're 12 now. So 11 at the time. But, you never, it's just, but it's been great. It's been great. And the, my wife even said, the daddy-daughter concept is, you don't see that too often. And that's, people will like that. There's a lot of fathers that fish with their kids. There's a lot of mothers that fish with their kids. Yeah. And we've gotten a lot of great feedback for that. I fish with my kid all the time. We should start doing this. And so that we've gotten a lot of great feedback, and the support is amazing. It's just amazing.
Yeah, you guys, again, your wife's spot on. That the daddy-daughter combo is absolutely top-notch. I like it. What would you say that your guys' style of fishing is?
Oh, my God. You want to take that one?
Me?
Our style?
Why? You don't know? Why? You can't.
As far as style, I mean, saltwater's our thing.
Right.
And we love, we're big, like, bait fishermen, I would say, like even freshwater.
No, wait,
yeah.
We like using shiners. We like using worms. When we go fluke fishing, we're big on bait fishing. But that last trip with Danny, we obviously trolling is what's key now. So we did the trolling, but we're trying to branch out as far as just bait fishing and my goal this year. I'm sure
saltwater.
For saltwater, you do fish some saltwater, but for fluke fishing, my goal is I've never caught a fluke on a bucktail. Like that's a big thing. I'm sure you know.
Wait, never mind.
And I've tried, and I just, that's my goal is I want to get away from using the old squid and killies and all that stuff for fluking.
Right.
And we want to, just to try something new,
Yeah, but
So.
bait was always work.
Bait does always work.
See, I always find that funny. So, like in the freshwater world, using bait, like I don't care, but sometimes it's kind of looked down upon. You know what I mean? Using live bait. On the other side of the spectrum, like saltwater, bait is king. Like
bait is king. Yeah,
bait is king.
We've had the best spring striper season I think we've ever had, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we've probably caught 30 bass. And other than the ones on Danny's boat, they've all been on like bloodworms, So
right.
And I get you, man. Like, we've talked about it. We've been in we've had other YouTubers, tell us, live bait for freshwater is cheating. Blah, blah, blah. I don't agree with that, man.
How?
Listen, fishing's fishing to me.
As
Like
long
I
as
don't,
you go out
I don't
and
care
you have
what you
fun.
use.
If
Exactly.
we're having fun, who cares what I'm using?
How do you cheat?
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
not cheating. That's just
So to me, I mean, to each his own, but to me, that's kind of that's a little bit maybe of an ignorant statement because it's about we're having fun. Like we go out, we don't care if we catch 100 fish or 0 fish. We're fishing. We're out having a good time. We're not, we're not inside. We're outdoors. So
I totally agree, and I think like fishing is. It's whatever the angler's experience they want it to be. If they want to sit there and they want to throw around a spinner all day and not catch anything, or if they want to soak a worm and catch a bunch of bluegills, that's up to them. I mean, exactly. I honestly don't understand why people make a big deal about it.
I mean, teach his own. Hey, I mean, if you strictly are good at using, artificials, right, and more power to you. Me, I'm, like I said, I feel like I could still learn so I'm going to use what's working. You know what I mean? The goal is to catch fish. I mean, you want to always catch fish. It's never, it's not always going to happen. But hey, if some live bait will up the odds, then we're going to do it.
But I do think that learning that bucktail, I don't have a ton of saltwater experience, but the experience that I do have has been with that bucktail for fluke. Just killer, man. That bucktail down below with some gulp.
Yep.
And then throwing a teaser rig up top.
And it's exactly it. That's what I want to try this year. The bucktail down below and the teaser rig up top. So we're gonna try it. So fluke season's less than a month away. So
Whew. All right. Well, speaking of fish, from both of you, what are your top 3 species to fish for and why?
Bluefish, fluke.
Bluefish.
And
bluefish, fluke.
Striper.
Kaylee's bluefish, fluke, and striper. Mine is
I know yours already. It's maybe Blackfish.
Blackfish or tog, number 1.
Yeah, same thing.
Blackfish, fluke,
striper.
Blackfish, fluke, and stripers.
Okay, so Kaylee, how come you have bluefish at the top?
Well, because I like catching them and also eating bluefish.
Okay.
I will say bluefish is probably a tie for 2nd or 3rd. They are so much fun.
First.
They're so much fun. And we were on my buddy's boat last year, and we were trolling for him with a little SP minnow. And Kaylee really liked it because, she was actually holding the rod while trolling, and she felt, you're not just watching, she felt that hit. And I mean, it's addictive, man. You know how it is. Man.
Oh, those are ferocious biters, the bluefish.
Oh,
they are.
Good, but toe tog Blackfish is definitely my number 1.
Boss tog in the house. And why do you? Why Blackfish?
You know what? And I just started fishing for them only like 2 years ago in 2019, and everybody I talked to, it's like you feel that thump and that tug, and the saying I think is the tug is the drug.
Yeah,
and you feel that tug, and then even the small ones. Kaylee knows, she's caught them. Even the small ones fight so good, and it's just I don't know, man.
It feels like a big one.
Yeah, using the green crab, and just you got to be patient, and that thump, and not to mention they're probably one of the best eating fish around there, saltwater. I think.
I like bluefish.
I know you like bluefish. But
I think I've never caught a tog, but from seeing your stuff, seeing 609 fishing stuff, I feel like that tog is the largemouth bass of saltwater fishing. Like they kind of hide in hidey holes. Yep. You got to work for them. It's not like it's not casting an SP out there, right, and reeling in. You got to work. They're going to get you more than you get them.
It is frustrating. It is frustrating fishing. You're going to lose, like, 609 says, if you don't like losing rigs, that's not the fishing for you because you're going to lose them. It's just they're structure fish. They're in wrecks. They're in rocks, and you're going to lose them. And as far as, like, on the land, I think I'm pretty good. On the boat, I stink. I stink fishing for them on a boat. We don't have boat access too much because, on land, because the key is, you got to keep the jig or your rig. You got to keep it steady. You got to keep it on the bottom. So in the boat, when you're on a kayak, it's always moving. It's always, and it's tough to keep that rig on the bottom. So it's tough for me on a boat because, we're not boat people.
Right.
So I'm getting better, but on land, I think I think we're both pretty good, but my skills definitely need work on a boat for them.
Dude, I'll tell you from seeing your videos, and I've fished a little bit on the AC jetties. Mm-hmm. Dude, you pull up those Blackfish, those tog better than a lot of folks that I see do from those jetties. Like, and you're slamming them. Most people are just caught up the entire time. throw the rod, drink a beer, and they're done.
Yeah, no, it's fun, and a lot of it's like watching videos, man. And I did a lot, I did a lot of homework, and my wife jokes at me. She's like, "Hey, I put so much work into studying like how to catch this fish, and it's paid off. It's cool, and it's paid off just by talking with other more serious, or not serious, but better tog fishermen. I mean, I still consider myself a novice, but just it's patience is the key, man. It's patience is the key. You feel that first thump, and you instinctively want to like set that hook like you do on a largemouth, but you gotta wait. You gotta wait, and waiting's key.
But going back to that research, I think that makes that takes kind of this whole game. And I think most the people me and you talk to online, like these are folks that are definitely myself included, like obsessed with fishing. Like we're doing that extra research that like this becomes more than a hobby. It's something extra that it's just really, you get the guys. And again, if going out, throwing a bobber, throwing a worm on it, you're doing that every, one Saturday a month, and that's your thing. That's great. But I know you're one of them too. That just obsessed. It doesn't matter whether it's fresh salt. We all kind of have that same drive to try to like basically fool that wild animal into biting something.
I mean, when I know I'm going tog fishing or any type of fishing, the night before I'm watching videos. I made it a point to teach myself how to tie my own rigs.
I'm sleeping.
Yeah. You're not so good to get up early anymore, but
no,
you did for the last trip, but
what trip? Oh,
on Danny's boat, but like the night before, I'm watching videos, I'm reading, I subscribe to magazines, I'm reading up on that, man. Just any little bit of knowledge maybe that I forgot that I can help me, and I think it's paying off on land. Like I said, on land, I will pat myself on the back a little bit. I'm definitely getting better.
Boss tog, man. Don't downplay that. And then on the one side, Kaylee might not realize it now, but maybe when she grows older, she's going to see how much work you put into it. And not only are you putting in that work for yourself, but you're putting in that work so that when you take her out, like you're the man, you know what to do, you know how to get her on the fish, and that's awesome.
Yeah, no, I mean, and she picked it up quick. I mean, we did 2 videos where Kaylee was here tog fishing, and she picked it up really quick. Even with the jig fishing's a little bit harder than just a sinker rig, and she got it pretty quick. I was actually shocked, and you could see the first one she did, the outro, like you could see, and again, it's so addicting. Like one of our other friends on YouTube was saying that was the coolest outro she's ever done because she was so excited, like catching her own. The tog video. Remember when we did the outro in the truck on the way home? She was so excited just because it's like even the small ones, they just fight. And I just right now, hands down, it's my favorite fish right now.
I kind of forget that.
Yeah.
We do so many outros.
And so when you say jigging that, just because I don't, not big on the salt water. We're talking like you're dropping that. I mean, you're not bombing that thing out into the inlet, right? You're dropping that close.
And when I say jigging, I'm not like jigging it up and down. It's just little tog jig. And where we fish, I literally drop it. We drop it 2 feet in front of the wall, straight down, and it's silent, still on the bottom.
Gotcha.
It's got to be motionless. A little bit of slack in your line, so you're not moving that jig. And you feel that you'll know when you feel that thump, man. And it's definitely patience is key. Patience is key. I know our buddy Deepak, Doug, he says he's gone a few times and he always says how frustrating it is. And it can be frustrating. It is.
It looks again, it looks super frustrating, but it looks super satisfying. And
it is.
And again, like when I see you do it, you've seen you progress all the way through. It's just really awesome.
Appreciate it. I like Cody.
Hey, all right. So with your social media, you guys have a presence on YouTube. You guys got a presence on Instagram. What would you say your goal with both of those is for the next 2 years?
So first with YouTube,
I mean, with YouTube, you guys hit that big milestone, right? You guys got monetized.
Yeah, correct? We were monetized in December, right? December, we hit our 1,000. and we hit our watch hours, and I think our subs, we're almost at 1450.
Whew, that's amazing.
So the goal for 2021 is to get to 2000, and our goal for YouTube is just to start. I really want to, like, up the editing game. Kaylee's got her own GoPro now for her birthday in January, so we want to start putting other angles in. That's why I like our last video with Danny on the boat. He had his GoPro going, so the different angles was very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that was by far. Again, if you guys haven't watched this video, go watch this one. It's their latest one. It came out, I think, about a week ago on the Raritan Bay. It is such a good video. There's multiple angles, and Mike might not have mentioned this. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but your son used to do the editing, right? But now you're doing all the editing.
Yeah, my son, up until like 3 or 4 videos ago, he did, and he's great. 4 videos. He's going to college for that type of thing, and he did a great job. But I've been wanting him to teach me, because he's going to be, if he's not around or whatever, I feel like I should know how to do it. And Kaylee's next. I'm going to start teaching her, and I think me and you Alex used the Adobe Premiere Pro too. So
I did, yeah.
Very user friendly, but it's like, to me, it's a lot of fun. Like, it's very rewarding.
Yeah.
Like, I love it. I love the editing process now. And so I want to take our editing game to, a little bit better. I want to, this year we got a lot of really cool trips planned. We have a tuna trip. We got a sea bass trip coming up. We actually got invited to Montauk, New York to do some fluke fishing from another.
Oh, that'll be awesome.
Yeah, the tuna trip.
And
sea bass. And Danny, who we went around in Bays, he's gonna take us out for mahi offshore in New Jersey too. For
that'll be awesome.
Mahi. So we got some bigger, better trips. The Instagram, I wish my Instagram game was as good as yours, man. Like, I see your stories and I'm like, I try and I don't know. Are you using like Instagram stuff like in there, like the font, like how you like? Every time I look, I'm like, I gotta up my game, man. I'm slacking.
The little ads that I do, right? And I've got this question a lot. Those little like 15-second ads I do for like videos. I do that in Premiere. Like, you can do that all within Premiere.
Really?
And then I just output it to my phone, and then.
Oh, okay.
So you can do that all in there, and then once you get it settled, you can save it as a template. Not to get too techie here, but you can save it as a template, and then just kind of like almost regurgitate to a style that you have.
Oh, okay.
But that's how
I feel like it's lacking. I feel like the Instagram game's lacking a little bit. And
I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot to like manage. And I would say, somebody said it best, like, take the platform that you're good at and devote everything in there.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's important to have, I mean, if we're going to go off on the tangent of social media, I think it's important to have, especially those two, Instagram and YouTube. I think it's, to create that loop of engagement.
I agree. And, we do have a Facebook, but I don't know if do you have a Facebook or not? Like,
I got a personal one, but not a.
We have one for the channel.
Yeah. And
I feel like it's just not as good an outlet as Instagram is. For some reason, Instagram, you could connect it with the YouTube so much better, I feel, than Facebook.
I feel like Facebook is more, I feel like text-based still.
Yep.
It's still very much almost like Twitter, but with a picture or something in there, right?
Yeah.
While Instagram is very visual, but it's very like short content, small dosage content.
Yep.
And I find it helps to like do that small dosage content, and then to try to drive the traffic to your long form content.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's funny, like, even on our Facebook, it'll go like Instagram, I'm on it every day. I try and post stuff as much as we can. But like Facebook, I'll go on and I'll see, posts from friends that are like 3-4 days old. I'm just not on it that much. And it's like, I'm actually, we started it and I'm like, I was never a fan of it to begin with.
Right.
But the Instagram, like I said, I got to up my game, man, because I look at you and 609 and you guys are rocking it over there, man.
Yeah, 609 does a good job too. Hey, so After 5 Outdoors said, I'd love to learn more about IG. I might do a video on that later. I'm not like a pro on it, but I would say out of the social media communities, YouTube is amazing with its community, but also Instagram can be really amazing, a lot better and less toxic
Yes.
than the Facebook community.
Agree.
Yeah, it's I mean, honestly, I mean, I met you guys through Instagram, right? Like randomly, we were in we were in another situation, and then like we got to talking, and like between you and 609, New Jersey Wolfpack, like you guys are awesome. I talk to you guys like multiple times a week. It's nothing but positivity, but it's also nothing about constructive criticism too. Like I know when I ask you a question that I'm going to get an honest answer. I'm not going to get an answer that's full of envy or greed or just all that like that weird clout chasing that happens on Facebook and some parts of Instagram. But I feel like the fishing community on Instagram is super tight, super close. A lot of people just want to help each other out.
Exactly. Yep. I agree. I would be cool, man, if you did an Instagram like
I'm not that big yet. I don't know. We'll see.
I want to say hi to After Five, man. Cody's a good friend of our channel. Jeremy Albritton's a good friend of our channel. Cody's up there in Minnesota, so he's a very good friend of the channel. So
and on the live chat, if you guys got any questions, definitely drop them in. We'll try to get it in here. We are going to move kind of quick because we're doing this for replay. And if you guys don't know, on Fridays we release the whole live stream as a podcast. It's on Spotify. I think it's on Apple Podcasts now, and it's on Anchor, and that'll be under the Bass and Brews podcast name. All right, so 2021, we're rolling along. We're doing our thing. What do you want to work on, whether it be fishing wise or, like you said, on the background side? For both of you, Kaylee, you got to get involved here. What are you doing?
Hold on,
some pixie sticks.
Sparky's, you take the Sparky wants to go out.
Wait, have Sparky come up real quick.
He must hear somebody out there.
All right, Kaylee, what's your goal for this year?
What's your goal, like fishing wise? Oh, Dwayne's here. Dwayne and Watershes.
I don't know. Oh wait, why did I say that so loud?
Because you're 12. Well, I know my goal is...
Wait, to beat my personal best, in striper.
That's
a
bigger
goal. Striper.
What's your personal best right now?
29. Yeah, 29 inches for the PB.
At least 30 or 31. I want 31.
Oh, she's already a fisherman right now. She's got the 29. It's 30. It's 31.
Yeah, her PB's 29.
40.
And
40.
And I told her, and I don't mean to keep going back to that last video, but the one keeper we caught on that trip.
Okay, we don't need to have it.
I told her because.
But. Whoa.
Hold on.
Whoa. No.
I told her when you're trolling for stripers.
He's lying.
And that bigger rod, if you hear that drag pulling, it's a good fish. And I said, Kaylee, take this one. And she was eating the sandwich. No, you take it. But then afterwards, going over the footage, she did say, you know what? No, I will take it because I don't want more than you. She has to have more than me. And I honestly, on my kids, I didn't hear that.
Sure. I got you, Mike. I got you.
And we pulled in our only 30. That would have been her PB. But my goal, this year I got a couple goals. All right. I want to catch a double-digit tog. That is my goal.
Yes.
And a double-digit fluke. Those are my two goals as far as fishing goes. And again, like the background stuff, like I said, I just want to really up the editing game. I want to, we have the drone sitting, and I'm like so like gun shy to use it, especially because I just don't want to dunk it in the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, right.
well, I mean, I don't know. You could just get a net and
So that's on the background side, really just up our editing game, which I think it's progressively getting better.
Dude, it's been great. Don't sell yourself short. I know we talked when you started to now, and you don't want to keep going back to that last video. I want to keep going back to that last video. That last video was like awesome from front to back all the way through, and you did a fantastic job during doing that.
Appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. So yeah, I mean, now that, like I said, Kayla's got her own GoPro, so she's gonna have her own footage now, and then we'll incorporate that. So we're just bringing it up a little bit. Yeah, see our buddy Dwayne, Angler Issues. He's a good friend. He actually, Angler Issues, our buddy Dwayne. He's been in a lot of our tog videos. He's like my tog fishing buddy. And,
Gotcha.
he's a great fisherman as well. But yeah, see, that's what he's saying. The best part was when she asked me if I need help too.
You should have turned up the volume. On it.
Oh, I turned it up. Don't worry. I mean, your dad can attest. As soon as I heard it, I paused and I texted him right away. All right, Kaylee, this is for you. Has anybody recognized that you do these at school?
Oh, that's a good question.
I don't like telling a lot of my friends, but
Okay.
I know a couple of them are subscribed and like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say there's somebody it's the one girl that ended up in the live stream?
This one girl.
Yeah.
So she was on and who else? I know, I just don't want to say I don't want to say their names.
No, you don't.
That's fine. You don't have to say their names, but that's kind of cool, right? That some people have from school kind of enjoyed the process.
Yeah.
She's being humble.
What?
Well, you're just being humble. You don't want to brag, right?
I don't know. I just don't like telling other people. I did say one time that I had 1,000 something subscribers in class though.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
This other kid has a YouTube channel, and I was saying, well, I have 1,000 something subscribers.
Oh yeah, was he impressed?
I don't know.
Kaylee's throwing the cloud out there. I like
he only
it.
had no offense. Well, on the time you remember, he only had 50,
All right.
20.
Oh, I remember when we didn't.
I remember when we had 3.
I know. I remember we had 3 subscribers.
And
it's funny.
33.
It's funny with us. We always come back to the number 33. Like we should start playing that in some sort of lotto because we hit. You know how it goes to the YouTube algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
Like you'll gain 10 subscribers and you lose 7 for whatever reason. People don't watch or they just hit the subscriber. It's whatever.
Right.
And we got up to over 50 one time.
Yeah, we were at 88.
88, and then
I don't know.
I don't know. But then we dropped down to 33.
Oh wait!
And I remember we were crushed. We were crushed.
Yeah.
We're what happened? I didn't know. That was the beginning of our YouTube.
Yeah.
Right.
And we were what? I didn't know. I didn't know YouTube can drop subs. No, I don't. We were all new.
It stayed like that for 2 days, and
then it jumped back up. But we were crushed. We thought what, people hate us, and for some reason the number 33 sticks.
I didn't. Wait, it was 30?
It was 33. No.
See, I think that's kind of important, and to the people watching this and listening to this, these guys have gone all the way through the gamut. So, I'm a small channel, and there's plenty of other folks with a small channel. And they just keep you guys have just kept plugging away, just dropping good content consistently, and they're epic bangers every time.
Oh, God, I appreciate that, man. Like I said, and it's as well as I do, man. It's a grind, man.
Yeah.
We both have full-time jobs. You're in the service. I'm, maybe one day a week we get to fish. Maybe one day, sometimes 2 if we're lucky. Now with Kaylee with softball, it's going to get even tougher. So, that's why, sometimes we go out and we get skunked. I'm you want to put that content out, but
right.
Well, you can put out either way. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but people want to see you catch.
People want to see you catch.
But then I try and come back down to earth. You know what? We still got out. We still had fun. And it'll come. The next trip it'll come. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but it's a grind. It's a grind. It could be and I know if Cody after 5 still here, he is just talk about grinding, and it's tough, man. It's tough to put when you really want to get serious and put out content. It's tough to do. It's tough to do consistently for me anyway. I was I don't get out that often as I'd like. So, when we go out, it's fingers are crossed that we get something that we could put out to people,
I think that's really interesting because I absolutely feel that way, right? I love fishing. I love doing this extra side of it, right? Like fishing is the passion, but this extra stuff, the Instagram, the YouTube, the content creation is something kind of on top of it. And it does put some stress on us to make sure that we're producing that content out.
It does.
And sometimes it can be hard to balance that. You know what I mean? That hey, am I enjoying this or am I working too hard at this?
100% agree. 100% agree. Like I got to a point like last year, I think, and as winter came, like, and there was like just nothing going on. Like I started stressing. I'm like, dude, you just chill out. It's YouTube,
Right.
I mean, it's YouTube. You don't be stressing. You know what I mean? It's like I mean, you can put stuff out, and that's another thing. Like you said, we worked on like in the downtime, like in the winter months. I would like to do a little, maybe and I think you might even suggested this, like do like the how-to with the rigs and stuff like that, just to just to keep the flow going and keep things interesting.
Or you could do, I don't know.
I think it's in but why you were saying like you were stressing, yes, it is just YouTube, but I do like that it adds another little layer to it, adding the extra stuff, because it becomes fishing the passion, and then it becomes this like, I want to create something, I want to put out this content, I want to bring people along, kind of share my story of my outing. And with you guys,
I love the way you worded that. It's like I want to share, because we have so much fun when we go out, whether we're catching, we're like, on the boat or busting chops, like even with Kaylee, but just the two of us, we have so much fun. And like, I love how you put that. You just want to share it, and I want to share it. So, everybody gets skunked. It's going to happen. But now it's like, damn, man, like, this could have been a good trip. That would have been a great video, or you wanted to share it, so I love how you put that, man. I agree 100%.
And I would take, like the way I've been thinking, obviously having a little bit better fish-wise success, but those rough couple months, it's just like, I tried not to think of it as a grind. I try to think of it as like, I just want to put that out. You know what I mean? Like I just want to put it out, and that adds another excitement. It adds another layer to this like hobby that becomes a lifestyle, that becomes like a culture of like this fishing community.
Yeah, that's why I'm so, like, this summer especially, I'm so excited. I hope these few trips that were offered to us so kindly from other YouTubers, man, I'm hoping like they pan out good, especially like the tuna trip, just to see. I don't care if I could, like the same thing with the last video. I didn't care if I caught anything, but if we go on this tuna trip and seeing her pull in, the potential pulling in a bluefin, that's going to make me so happy, tuna.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll probably be jumping up and down screaming just to see her reel that in. Like, so like trips like that, and even like in next month in May, we got a local charter captain, reached out to us on Facebook actually, and invited us on a sea bass trip, and on him, he's like, hey, I want to take you guys out. Let's go fishing. I like what you do. So that's going to be a fun trip.
Oh,
so,
I have two things. So
that opened. All right, go ahead.
Okay. So first one, I was just thinking, because I was just thinking. Another thing I want to do is to set up like a studio for like doing live streams, since we have like a bunch of stuff.
That's right. Yeah, it's very good.
And then I forgot my question. Never mind.
Oh, it'll come back to you. So that's
sorry.
Go. Okay.
Is it like, this kind of question, when we go on the tuna trip, or is it like the rods like wicked tuna, or is it real?
Some of the rods are like on wicked tuna, and the other ones, they put a belt on you, so it's the belt, so you can reel. So Kaylee brought up that's another thing to go back to a couple questions ago, like what we want to do. So we're gonna be starting to work on our we have a finished basement, but right now it's like, it's looks like the Brady Bunch era basement. So you don't know that. So we're in the middle of fixing it up. So my wife actually has some great ideas about getting us a table, and we have a sign, our sign with our logo. So we're going to make a whole little corner with like actually a cool studio. And we were guests on another YouTuber's live stream a couple weeks ago. This Mr. Poseidon Fishing. He's based out of Long Island. He was very nice enough to send us some of those foam boards like you put on the walls for like studios, and he sent us a bunch of those because we had talked about getting a studio going. So he was kind enough just to didn't even want anything for him. So we're hopefully in a month or two, we're gonna have like a really cool studio area and start really grinding out the live streams.
And there's like a little.
Oh, he gave you a little seahorse.
Can I go grab it?
Yeah, go ahead. It's anything.
And again, talking about like the community. So, I mean, prime example, you've got a lot of stuff lined up, and a lot of it has been from the awesome viewers that you have. And when folks are like, I just think like Facebook is a very toxic platform, and you're not going to get that from them.
No.
But YouTube, IG, like these platforms, that fishing community is so strong. It's so tight knit.
100% agree, more so than Facebook. The the community on YouTube and Instagram, and then it equates to people coming into live streams. Like, you know, I see so many of our good friends in here. B&D Jiggin Adventures. He's another good friend of ours that just popped in here. Great dude. He's I think he's in Connecticut. Big congrats to him. He just crossed 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
And Alex, if you go on my buddy B&D Jiggin,
okay,
he put out I think it was like a short video of him and his buddy I think they were togging, and there was an earthquake on shore that they heard. It's almost at 1 million views, that one little video.
That's insane.
Yeah. So I'm a million. Big congrats to them. So I'm happy with those guys. So and Jersey Boys Outdoors.
There they are. JBO.
Yeah, another really good friends of the channel, and just like, you know, man, the community is just amazing.
It's that's a dog. That's a dog. I think the setting up the studio, I think is an awesome idea. I didn't even think about doing these live streams, so I saw you doing them in like end of November, beginning of December, and you guys do an excellent job with it. And I think that'd be really cool.
I appreciate that, and we have a lot of fun in our lives. Like, I mean, I think one of our early lives was almost 4 hours long, and like we get a lot. I will say, for, you know, a guy and his daughter, we get a lot of people in our lives, and they hang and they stay, and it's not just fishing. We're talking about this and that. We have so much fun.
And magic tricks.
And Kaylee does her magic tricks, yes. But I think just the studio is going to enhance that, you know, that much, so much more better, because we really enjoy doing live streams. So I think that's going to make it that much more fun.
Absolutely. All right. So let's start wrapping a little bit, but the most important question of this this live stream / podcast: top 3 snacks to eat while you're fishing.
Oh,
okay, that's the easy one.
There you go.
Okay. Oh wait. It is like
top 3.
You go first.
All right. Well, I just found this out kind of in the wintertime, and it's one of Kaylee's snacks that she had, but I try and never leave the house to go on a boat trip. The Uncrustables.
What?
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Those things are awesome for any type of fishing trip, man. They're so good.
You throw them in there, let them defrost, good to go.
Yeah.
I know. You go and only 3.
So Uncrustables, a good sandwich.
Okay.
You stole
some
mine.
chips.
You stole mine.
All right, go ahead. What do you say? A sandwich.
Okay.
Kaylee usually averages about 5 sandwiches on a boat
not
trip.
True.
Get out of here. You think like she eats like a bird the rest of the day, but when she's on a boat, Alex,
just
5
committed.
sandwiches.
I get hungry.
Listen, she's got fish to catch.
It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
Okay. Sandwiches. Salami.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sandwich.
It's a perfect sandwich.
I like it.
The powdered donuts.
Powdered donuts.
And
you're usually a chip, some sort of chip.
Mm-mm.
No?
Oh, she was committed to that too.
I don't know.
Kaylee, I'm a little disappointed that you haven't said what I thought it was going to be, which was pixie sticks.
I never bring this on a boat, by the way.
Candy.
Just candy.
Candy. Any kind of no.
Anything. I want to brag a little bit today. So Kaylee, just to go off the fishing topic for a quick second, Kaylee made her middle school softball team.
Okay.
Yes.
They had their first scrimmage today. She started third base.
Yeah.
And her last at bat cranked one to the outfield.
Yes.
So I got to brag, a little brag.
I like it.
So, no, I'm kidding.
You did great today. So
hey, listen, guys, this kid is amazing. She fishes. She plays the drums, softball, right? Like
Field
she's killing
hockey.
it.
Field hockey, basketball.
Nothing she can't do.
She's an all-around good kid, man. I really lucked out. Both my kids are, my son's a great kid going to college, and everybody knows Kaylee's a good kid.
I don't know how that happened with you, but
I don't know either, man. I think it's got to do a lot with my wife. Give her all the kudos.
All right. Hey, do you have anybody you want to plug? Any sponsors to your channel?
Gabriel Tackle.
Yeah, if we could always, we always got to give a shout out to our friends. Gabriel Tackle, 561 Maniloking Road in Brick. GabrielTackle.com.
No, aren't they making another one?
They're making another one.
Yeah. I just saw that on Instagram. They got another store popping up.
Yes. So I'm just gonna go quick on their Instagram because I forget the location. But GabrielTackle.com. Frank Sr., his son Frankie run the place. Awesome family. Their daughter Rachel take care of us, but they'll take care of anybody that goes in there. If you can't find it anywhere, he will get it for you. And the dog Junior, I know. And they're really, 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 really great people. So I just want to pull up real quick.
Yeah.
All right. So they are opening a second location in Chadwick Beach, which I believe is near like the Lavalette area. So that's going to be opening, I think, before Memorial Day. So they're having second locations. But GabrielTackle.com, they're awesome guys, and we can't thank them enough for being our sponsor.
And again, folks, if you guys haven't subscribed and followed to them, it's M+K Outdoors on Instagram and YouTube. These guys are killing it. While you guys are out there, make sure to head to Hookset Hoodlums. You guys know what it is. Swamp Rat Fishing. Get that discount. And I just want to thank you guys for coming on.
We really appreciate it, man. Anytime you want to have us on, man. And listen, man, I'm so glad to see you growing. And I want to give you a shout out. I really want to give you a shout out because, I mean, like I said, I feel like I look up to you and Joe 609 to get my game to really. You guys motivate me to step my game up, man, because the stuff you put out is awesome, man. And
hey, listen, man, it's all
you're going to be crossing that 1K this year. I feel it. And
I hope so. We'll see, but
no, I feel it, man, because and like I said, want to thank all our subscribers and a lot of good people in the chat. So Ramon Outdoors came in, Jersey Boys, Cody after 5, B&D, Angler Issues, Jeremy Albert. They're all awesome supporters from very early on for us. So
listen, folks, these New Jersey social media fishing community is like amazing, like really top notch. Some of the best in the country. Like a lot of folks that have just the egos constantly checked at the door. It's always about helping each other. It's such a good community.
It really is, man.
And if you're not part of that, you need to look at yourself. Like if you're spot burning, if you're just crap talking on folks, listen, we don't want that here in New Jersey. You guys can go somewhere else.
No.
Yeah. No. All right, man. Well, thanks for coming on. It's been amazing. We'll definitely do it again in the future.
Definitely, man. Anytime you want us on, man, we really appreciate it. We appreciate the opportunity.
And once we start, we should have a bunch of people on to test swamp rat fishing. Like if we set up a studio.
Yeah, we'll start doing this.
And we should get StreamYard.
Yeah, I think once we get our studio going, we'll start maybe doing the StreamYard thing. And, we'll have you on it and get you in one of our lives as well. But we really appreciate it, man. You're my boy. I consider you and Joe a good friend. And
back.
Absolutely, man. So all the best to you, man. I really appreciate this, man. Thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely. All right, man. Have a good night.
Take care, guys.
Bye.